유튜브 시크릿, the ultimate guide to growing your following and making money as a video influencer. Chapter 2, Clarity. Start with the end in mind. Start with the end outcome and work backward to make your dream possible. Wayne Deere. When you go to the airport to pick up the plane ticket, you have a destination in mind. You don't walk up to the ticket counter and say, I don't know, just give me something and let me know. Unfortunately, this is how many people treat their YouTube channel. If you don't know where you are going, if you have no end in mind, you will wind up somewhere you may not even want to be. At some point in your journey, preferably at the very beginning, you must ask yourself, what is my goal for being on YouTube? Are you trying to drive sales to your business? Would you like to build an audience? Is your goal to become famous? Do you want to build a community around your favorite hobby? Do you simply want to use it as a creative outlet? Define what you want to get out of YouTube and make that the foundation of your channel. The 3 P's. Something we hear a lot of. I am not really sure what my channel should be about or what my purpose on YouTube should be. If you are struggling to find an identity or purpose for your YouTube channel, we recommend building it at the intersection of your passion, your proficiency, and your profit. The Michael Hyatt book, Living Forward, speaks on passion. To discover what you are passionate about, he writes, ask yourself what you would do for free. What is something that lights you up? That isn't a short-term interest, but something you firmly believe in and care about. Think hard about this, because YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. It's hard work. If you don't have deep love and passion for your channel, you'll struggle to sustain your motivation through the ups and downs for building your influence on YouTube. That being said, passion alone is not enough. You also need proficiency. John Kepler, a gardening YouTuber with almost 500,000 followers, is not only passionate about gardening, composting, organizing bed, juicy, and eating salad, but he had also developed his experience on the subject over time. He has studied and learned more about it. Gardening is his life's work. He combines his passion and proficiency with means to profit on YouTube, and he is thriving. John's YouTube channel is not about making money directly. Instead, he creates YouTube content to boost the buying audience for his juicing company. There does have to be a market for your chosen subject. If you have passion and proficiency, but there isn't a market for it, all you have is a hobby. On the other hand, if you have knowledge about your subject, if there is a market for it, but you have no passion for the subject, you could wind up hating your own success. If there is a market for it, and it's something you are passionate about, but you haven't developed proficiency yet, you probably won't have success. That doesn't mean you have to be the most knowledgeable person in the world. You don't have to be a world-renowned expert or have a degree in the subject matter. Just say what you know, what you want other people to know, from your own authentic perspective, and grow from there. When you are combining passion, proficiency, and profit, you find your niche, and you are one step closer to defining your end goal. Finding your zone. When we started the video influencer, our number one goal was to help people discover life-changing power of online video and YouTube. We asked ourselves, how can you reach the most people possible? Initially, we thought the best way to deliver this information was through a book, but then our vision expanded. So, we put the book on hold and started the video influencer YouTube channel and social media accounts, and we started publishing content. We recognized that in order to impact people with our message, we need to generate attention, awareness, and interest in this topic. So we set a goal to acquiring 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and 25,000 sign up for our email newsletter before we release the actual book. That way, when we launch this book, we would already have a community that have been impacted. The channel grew beyond our wildest expectation. In fact, Video Influencer currently has over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube and 100,000 people sign up for our email newsletter. We are excited to see so many people discovering the massive opportunity in the online video space and taking action to build their influence and income. We set our end goal at day 0 and used reverse engineering to create the necessary steps to reach it. We used 3 P's: passion, proficiency, and profit. Did the hard work, build our audience, and the result followed. Finding your zone means knowing the definition you want to reach so you can create your own roadmap to get there. Clarifying your content. Eric Conover wanted to travel the world full-time, but he couldn't afford it. He decided to get the money to travel by making YouTube videos. He already had a filmmaking experience, so he used that skill to set his end goal in motion. He started with blogs set around a popular destination in New York City, where he lived at the time, directing his videos at tourists. Then he leveraged his new audience to go on trips, at first paying for the trips himself, but eventually traveling all the time with his YouTube ad revenue. Within 2 years, Eric grew his audience from 0 to 300,000, and he now lived in the convergence of his passion and proficiency for travel. When you have a clear focus like that, all your action drive you toward your end goal. Eric knew he didn't fit the typical 9-to-5 job structure. He wanted to travel the world, and that's what he worked toward. He wasn't tempted to start a prank channel or to complete comedy sketches, because those things didn't drive him toward his end goal. Now he works with tour companies and in countries all over the world, gets sponsored by Fortune 500 companies, and thrives as an influencer in the travel blogger space. That's the power of clarifying your content. Melanie Ham, who runs a quilting and crocheting channel, started out with a simple goal of making money from home while her husband was in the military. She was passionate about quilting and crocheting, and she had proficiency for them, though she never had any formal training. She decided to sell what she knew online and grew an audience on YouTube. Now she profits through YouTube advertising and selling her own digital product. The product she sells relates directly to her channel. Due to her clear focus, her end goal, and the interaction of 3P, Melanie is now earning a significant income for her family from YouTube. Once you know the niche of your YouTube channel and direction you want to go, you must answer 2 big questions. Who is your target audience? Who is the people your content is intended for? It's a mistake to say everybody. In fact, that is a recipe for failure. If you try to reach everybody, you will wind up reaching nobody. Target a specific group of people who shares your interest because they will engage with your content. As in Eddie Conover's case, your target audience might be people who love to watch your travel blog. Those same people probably might not jump over to Melanie Ham's channel and watch tutorial on quilting. Both Eric and Melanie have a specific group of people they try to reach with every video they upload, which is what makes them both successful YouTubers. When defining your target influence, ask yourself the following questions. How old are they? What are their hobbies? What are they interested in? Where do they come from? It sounds counterintuitive, but success on YouTube comes from a narrow focus. In fact, smaller your target audience in the beginning, the faster will grow.